So hi everyone, this is Sky Liu and Patrick's ICS final presentation. So to begin with, I will show you what we are trying to do. So we're trying to build a live stream broadcast like Reddit and Hupu as we read every day. But this has some difference because this one is built on a normal chat system, and which means you can freely enter the broadcasting system and switch to the chat system as much as you want. So this is really good for friends who want to be like a broadcaster and who want to take stats and have fun together. So let me show you what we are trying to do here. So here I will firstly show you our structure of our live stream broadcast. So here we can see that for the normal chat system, we have a server first, and then we can have multiple clients. But for our system, and you can see that for the chat for the state machine, just despite of the login and other things and offline, so you basically only have either it's chatting or it's alone. But here we need more states. So firstly, we will have a state poster, and this one is in charge of the broadcasting part. And the second one we need a stat, and this one is a statistic official, and here we will take care of all the data. And this one is state listener, and he receive message from the state poster and receive message from state stat, and he's also able to communicate with others in the hotline system. So here through the PowerPoint, I'll show you our attempt to solve this problem. So in order to make it clear and clean, we use GUI to build an interface for the three states, and for each state it has its own GUI. So firstly, this is our broadcaster UI. So as you can see, so we have the home team, the guest team, and the time here. And so for the first text, and we can every time we can enter the real time, and the second line, and we can input what happened, like James for 3, and then if we press post, and here you will show up here, and you will also show up in the state listeners UI. And also you can see here that we have 3.2.1 button, and so this is really convenient for the broadcaster because he only needs to press this button and the point will be added here. So secondly, we offer a very easy stats machine for the broadcaster, and we only have these 4 options. The first one, he needs to enter the name or the number. So and for 3, for 2, and 3 third. So only have 3 point, 2 point, and a 3 third. But he can use different demand like 3.m means 3 point made, and 3.a means 3 point attempt. And the stats will show up here. And these stats, like you can see here, will also show to the guest, to the S listener, and he only needs to press the stats and to see this form. So this is really convenient. But the broadcaster has already had a very hard work to broadcast the whole game. So for the broadcaster, we only give him a very small workload on the statistic solving. So then I will show you the guest UI. So the guest UI is basically just inheriting something from the poster UI. But something important that he can only post something here. And for the guest UI, we make some implement as we will show you here in the code, that we have a dirty words mute system. If you speak dirty words more than 4 times, and then you can never speak in the hotline, and other won't receive your message, and the system will tell you that you are mute from the hotline. and I will show you later. So for the guest UI system and or for the stat system, that's kind of the most challenging part of our whole project, because it has two challenges basically. The firstly, you need to deal with the client state machine, that we have like multiple states. So how to deal with them is what we will show you in the code. And secondly, because we use the UI, so everything we just input in the UI, and we need to take them out. So we still use the JSON method and to like use the send function to just directly send them to the util, and then just send them to the other client. So this is a very unique thing here. That the stats official. So since he's an official, he don't need this like fancy interface. So he's kind of like stay in the backstage. So after entering the chat system, he will be the first one to enter our broadcaster system by input official. So after input official, and he will have like his own working environment, and he will have like certain format of input thing, like, so this one, states for a certain message, like H. The first one, this is necessary, H or G, home game or home team or guest team, and this is the number of the player, and P1 means 1 point, and FA means free throw attempt, and FM means free throw made. So just through this very simple thing, and the stats official can easily implement over 10 data into our final statistic. And this one, and if the S poster just input show in the post area, and the stats will show up in the live stream to the other users. So this is our general view of our final project, and later we will show you our coding part. Thank you. So here is the coding part of our final project. So firstly, I will show you our state machine. So state machine is kind of the core of our project. So yeah, let me see. So client state machine. So as you can see here, so for the state machine, I firstly add like 2 arguments, the self.state to like dictionary. So these 2 dictionaries are for the statistic part, and here you can see this long and tedious function, and this is like for, you see like P2 like 2 point, P1 1 point, P3 3 point, and each one will like be the points, assists, rebounds, attempts, and so on. So like these 2 things are for the stats, but here I will show you our core thing first. So after so it's just like the chat system, but after you enter the chat system, and you can like input something, and if you input official, and your state will be changing to as the stats, and then you will be our stat official. And once somebody input broadcasting, then as you can see, so he himself will become the poster. And what is interesting is that if he is broadcasting, then all the other, you see here, then all the other clients will be getting to the state as listener, apart from the official, the as stats one. So for our process, you first need to input official and have a stat official, and then you input broadcasting, and then everyone is getting into the broadcast system. So for the next, so if you are the poster, you basically have something to do. So like if you click the button, you click the records button, and that means you get to an end, then everyone will just be back to chatting state. So you'll be back to normal chatting state. So and that's a revolutionary point of our project, is that you can easily switch between the chat system and the broadcasting system. So that gives you more freedom and have more fun. And here, so for the client state, and so he will just stay in the terminal and he will watch the game and offer the client and the poster the real-time data, And as you can see here, so every time that you will have an input format, and so I create this function. So you can see that we have a try except like logic here. So if you like give the wrong format, so we will just like see wrong format and you need to do it again. And so for the stats it's the same. So if you like input by, so you just get out of the system and you just need to get back to the system and to join the conversation again. And so for the chat server, of course, we need to like change something. Like we have like new actions, action broadcasting, action stats, and action listening. And these are like no more to say, just some tedious work. And so for the chat utils, and we also make some change. Like you can see here, we have like poster, we have listener, we have stats. So and that's all of our key curriculum. And Sky will tell you about our interfaces.
Okay, I will talk more about our interfaces. So firstly, our interface, we have two interfaces. One is for the client, the other is for the broadcaster. So I will first show you the interface of the server. So basically, we don't have lots of things on the server interface, but it is mainly about how we like to perform the broadcasting. So basically these are all setups for the broadcaster that he can choose the home team or the and the guest team. And after he chooses that, he is able to broadcast with time and the scores. So this part is in the server here. As you can see here, when he tries to type in something, we will add these to a dictionary, and we will upload it here, and then so that everyone else can receive that. So here is the simple introduction of our server for the broadcaster. And also the similar thing is it is quite similar for our client interface, which is here. So basically they are all the setup. However, he is not able to choose or set the scores. So what he can do is simply receiving the test, the time, the scores, and receive what is given from the broadcaster. And also, what he can do is here, like he is able to post message. So it's quite similar to we will upload it to everyone else so that they can see that. However, one thing I have to mention is that we have a process for him, which is our dirty word mute system. So basically for this part, we have a list, and we will check whether his words including these parts. So if it every time after we find that his words including these parts, we will give him less chance to do that. So after 3 attempts, which means that it is up to his limit, he is not able to post his message anymore. So it is this part. So when the chance equals to 0, the text browser, which means in his interface, he is only able to see you are mute from the hotline, while others are not going to receive the message from him. So here is the simple introduction of our final product. Thank you.
So this is a simple show of our final project, and as you can see here, we've already like put 4 people in the group. So as I say, so we first need an official, and let's just let him to be the official. Well, you can see here welcome stat official, and I'll show you if you just simply put A, so it's a wrong format, and he will like give you a hint of the input format. And if you see like home, H refers to home game, number 3 means number 3 player, and point 1 and means he got 1 point, and which means he also have 1 free throw attempt, and he also has 1 free throw made. And let's see, so here you can see it's success. So here it's success here. And which means that this is a valid input format. And so now we just get into our broadcasting system. So you see, so once you get in the broadcasting system, and you first need to set up. So for the convenience for this time, and because like each time we need to change the flag, so this time we will only show you like China versus American. So you can see here we have our national flag here and China American, and this one is a broadcaster interface, and those are the guest interface. So here I will first show you how to realize the real-time statistic. So you just simply need to put it through here, and you see. So I apologize here because I am using Windows and Sky is using iOS, so it doesn't look pretty well. But as you can see here, like we can have like number like points here and number points, and so if I continuing update the data, home 3 P1 FA FM, so I update the data here, and let me show you again. So I update the data here, and you see here, so now we have like number 3 player, and he got a 1 point, and if you can see, he got a 1 free throw attempt, and he got a 1 free throw made. And so now Lucy will show you other stuff of our chat system.
Okay, since Patrick already showed you how to update this stats,
Detail stats.
Yeah, the detail stats, but we also have another function here looks like stats. So first I will show you like first our broadcaster can change the time here, since the basketball game have 4 quarters, each quarter has 12 minutes, so basically he can just change the time here. For example, it's now 11, so, and also he can type in the words, like for example, like say hello to everyone, and for example Curry for 3 and got in. So it means that he can post this, and so that everyone else can get the points. So for this time, he just need to click on the 3 for US, so that everyone, for each audience, they will be updated. And the stats for here is quite similar here. He just need to type in Curry, and he made it 3. So this is how the table changed, which means that Curry go for 3 and he got 1 in. And what if Curry also for 2 but he didn't get it in? It will change the table like this. Basically this part is uploaded to everyone else, so all the audiences are able to see this chart in their own interface. So when they click on this, it should be like this.
So as I said before, we also have like a mute system, and okay, I just simply get a dirty word, and you can see that. So everybody else can say it, but you can only know it's like 5 letters, and so but if you continue to do bad thing, there will be punishment. So number 4 time and no more.
So you can see that there's no more, and you are not allowed to talk in the chat system again. Okay, so here is a simple thing of our final project, and so for the last part, and you can see if I click if I click the bottom, then you'll just be back to the normal chat state. And so for here for the stats, if you press buy, and so you're disconnected from B, and if you say A, and so you're back to the chat system again, and say hi to everyone. Oh, sorry, say A. Talk to myself, so say B, and so say hi everyone. ICS is really fun. Okay, thank you. This is our final presentation.